we're going to look at estimating quotients with two-digit divisors. But let's first try it with a one-digit divisor so we can remember how we did this. Now, we have 316 divided by 8. Since the 8 is a single digit, we're just going to leave it alone since we have our 8 facts memorized, hopefully. So I have 316 divided by 8, so I'm going to make this 316 a compatible number. So I'm going to change this to 320. The reason why I chose 320 is because 8 divides into 32, and now I can do the math really easily. 32 divided by 8 is 4, add a 0, and there's my estimated quotient, 40. And my 320 is a compatible number. Now let's look at some with two digits. So on the left I have 291 divided by 67. So in order to estimate quotients with two-digit divisors, you need to round the divisor first. So I'm going to round this first. 67 is about 70. Now over here I have 291. So I need to think of a number close to 29 that 7 will divide into, 28. So I'm going to change this to 280. Now I found a compatible number so that 7 can divide into it with no remainder. So now I just have to do 280 divided by 70. I'm going to cross off a 0 here and a 0 here like we learned the other day. And now I have 28 divided by 7, which is 4. Now let's try it on the right. Now what do we do first? We have to round the divisor first. So I need to change this 83 to an 80. Now over here I have the 4,967. I need to think of a number that's close to 49 that 8 will divide into. 48. So I'm going to change this to 4,800. 4,800 is close to 4,967. It's not rounding, it's a compatible number. And now my 8 over here will divide into the 48. So I cross off a 0 here and a 0 here like we learned the other day. 48 divided by 8 is 6, and we still have 1 0 left, and the answer is 60. Let's do a couple more. So over on the left here, what do I do first? I round that divisor. You've got to change the divisor first. So 51 is about 50. Now I need to think of a number that's close to 32 that 50 will divide into, that 5 will divide into, 35. So I'm going to change this to 350. There's my compatible number. Now I can do 35 divided by 5 really easily in my head. So I'm going to cross off a 0 here and a 0 here like we learned the other day. And now I'm left with 35 divided by 5, which is 7. So 321 divided by 51 is about 7. Now let's try the one on the right. I need to divide round the divisor first. So 28 is about 30. Now I need to think of a number close to 20 that 3 will divide into, 21. So I'm going to change this to 2,100 because it's close to my original dividend, 2,031. Now I cross off a 0 here and a 0 here, and here's my basic fact, 21 divided by 3, which is 7, but I still have 1 0 here, and it is about 70. Now, let's try this one here. This is a single digit divisor, so there's no need to round it. Remember, when you're rounding and there's a single digit, you leave it alone. So I'm going to keep that 6. I'm not going to round it to a 10. I'm not going to round it to a 5. And so now I need a number that's close to 22 that 6 will divide into, 24. So I'm going to change this to 240. And there's no zeros to cross off. And so I have 24 divided by 6 is 4. And I add this 0. And there we go. We get 40.